and some little
it's
busted, little thirsty
no.
chick. That's who I am.
Yeah, because let me tell you why. Look at your watch. Look at your necklace.
Okay.
Your presentation is just sitting at the bar is a girl who's like, oh, I can cash out.
Yeah.
So let's say there's this fine girl in Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Not in California, and then she sees a baller with a wife, and she's like, I look better than his wife.
Ooh.
Oh, I just got to get around the right people. So now, and then also back to why you said everybody's single. Nobody's grandma no more. Listen, I got on wig, makeup, hair. My body's real, and I take pride in that, okay? But people, you're getting body surgery.
Yeah.
You know, there's Ozempic. You could buy an ass. You could take away a waist. You know, all these people. So the average woman, she's too good for her partner because...
Kendra G was on The Truth After Dark with Paul and Azar. This ended up being an interesting conversation. Not as crazy as you would think it would be, right? Because we know Kendra G and her reputation around the internet for her dating show. I think what she was doing was being very calculated so she didn't end up on that Summer Jam screen like Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Being exposed as a fraud, being ridiculed writ large. I think she played it safe on this episode, but she still said some very provocative things that we realize now come from Kendra G just existing. And we got to talk about the larger ramifications of that dating show that she thinks is kind of revolutionary and that she's getting so many couples together. But really, what is it doing to the community? What is it doing having these single, delusional, out of shape women coming on her podcast? What does that do for the community? I understand being a content creator, but something's got to give here. Kendra is only thinking about number one. Kendra is trying to make as much money as humanly possible. And she reveals that money is her number one motivation, not getting people together, not anything. She saw a model that worked. Some would say very Kevin Samuels inspired, and she ran with it.
5 sisters.
Yeah. You don't have an issue. It's a good thing. You're beautiful.
Thank
so we'll
you.
start there. You're talented, you're smart, you're educated. So a man just has to be ready.
Why she come on there like Viola Davis? You is smart, you is kind as are, and people likes you.
For you.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have to rise to the occasion, which he should.
Yeah, thank you.
Which
I
you should.
appreciate
Which
that.
you should.
So you're really good at what you do, obviously. So if anyone's single, y'all better hit Kendra up, baby.
Well,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Kendra, all right, what's your relationship
Okay,
status?
so I'm single. I was in a relationship. I've been single for about a year.
Okay.
And I love that I'm single right now because I think that women have to realize that, listen, you can be happy single. Like there's some men who are so happy single. This is why they don't want to get in relationships. And I think that when you
Tell me about it. When you think about what's out here in the game, why would you want to? It's not a lot of quality out here for us. I know a lot of women always say there's so much pee in the dating pool, but it would take someone with a little bit of reflection to realize that the women that we have to choose from aren't necessarily quality either. And especially on Kendra G's dating show. Yikes. That crew alone might be enough to keep you all out of the dating game.
focus on just always your relationship status determines your happiness, you're not going to be happy. So, what people got to understand, like I just said, I just moved to LA 2 years ago. So I'm a girl that for my career, every 4 years, I pretty much moved. I think I'm home now. I think.
She loves LA.
Yeah,
I
we
love
you
LA,
here.
but Dubai vibes there. Dubai look like it's my kind
I
of place.
just heard of that.
Oh my God. Kendra G trying to move to Dubai, huh? Wonder why. I wonder why. Money, maybe? Doing something strange for a little piece of change? All your favorite Instagram models, once they say the word Dubai, I mean, camels? Anybody? What? That lets you know where Kendra G's head is, though. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw Lindsay Lohan said she lives in Dubai.
I wonder what she's doing over there.
She said, well, she's married.
Exactly.
They
This is the
can't
point.
take pictures
Right.
of you. Like when you're in the restaurant, it's illegal to take pictures of people. You have to ask them for
No,
permission.
I've been over there.
That's what
I'm not gonna lie, Azar's sitting right there. And Kendra was very clear about Azar's body. She said Azar should do the show standing up.
Please welcome the incredible Kendra G.
Oh my God, I love you. Gotta do my intro every day, girl. Oh my God, can I say I walked in so much good energy.
Aww.
You look good. She's sitting down, but you got to see this body. You got to start doing the show standing up. Because they gotta appreciate how good.
Is that sexual harassment? I don't know. Azar just giggling.
You look, the body is snatched. Shout out to Paul. He's so nice so far. I can't even believe it.
You are single. Do you feel like people weaponize that a lot? Because for
Absolutely.
me, I feel like, well, why are you single then? Or why are you da-da-da? And it's like, maybe because I like my peace and I understand who I am as a woman and I prefer my solitude. And if you're going to take some of that space, you must be a hell of a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I thought when I was single, you know?
Right.
So what, like, do you feel like people are like, why are you single if you got this show and da-da-da-da-da?
They weaponize women.
Yes, women.
They don't weaponize men.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I was a man, men would encourage me not to get married. They would say,
yes.
you work this hard, you focus on your career, you invested, I've invested my own money into my company. They'll be like, why would you let a woman
into that buggy app? Boy, so many people been complaining about that app. They've been like, Kendra, what the hell is wrong with this app? Did you pick any Indian developer off of Fiverr and develop this app? It's got so many problems, but she making money, so I'm telling you, that is Kendra's imperative here. Don't let her try to tell you that it's anything different.
And benefit off of all your hard work. Yeah. What happens is, we're in a time where I do believe that there's some men that only respect a woman by the man she's next to, right? So, and there is,
that's a part.
No, that's what it's about. So it's like, who's the man I gotta answer to if I mess with you? And if there's not a man standing there, well, why not? And there's also some type of,
good question.
I don't wanna say control, but there are some men who like to know, like, okay, I have my wife, there's a control aspect. So they're also like, well, why aren't you married? Like, could you not follow instructions? Did you not forgive too easy? I would say this, there's women who are married to men in jail. And if you feel like she is a better, if
Why is women married to men in jail your first answer? Why is that top of mind is the question. These are outliers. These are people who are degenerates. Why are they married to men in jail? And unless they were married before, like, I'll give them credit. If they were married to the dude before he went to jail, but usually that chick isn't loyal to the guy in jail. She's on to the next one. She's smashing his best friend, you know? So, but why is that Kendra's top of mind? Just look at who is on her show and you would know why. You would know exactly why. But I think she raises some valid questions as to what men would be asking on why she is single. She's kind of brushing over the fact that these are valid questions because when we see a woman that has reached 46 years old, Kendra's very open about her age, we have to ask what happened along the way that got you here. Were you chasing celebrities? Were you chasing athletes? And you now cannot settle down because you've raised your level up to a certain level now that you've made a couple coins? That is where Kendra G really is. And it's a impasse right now because she actually wants to have children still. So how is that going to work? I know modern technology is amazing and, you know, in vitro fertilization, but I hate to say you might have missed that window, but it's getting close. It's getting very close. 35 is a geriatric pregnancy. So this is Kendra's default. I think when you lead with that type of example, you are leading women down a path that they don't want to be on. And it's unfortunate. We're going to have a lost generation of women who wanted to have children, but for whatever selfish reasons decided to prolong procreation. And they're going to have a hard time going into their 40s and 50s and trying to have these children.
If you feel like because she's married and has a husband, you can take her advice. Like, I'm not the kind of person that's like, you have to live by what I live by. I'm telling you what I know, right? At the end of the day. And there's married people who I would not take advice from. And we have to stop this illusion that marriage is this sun and roses and everybody's happy. You know, I have a therapist who literally told me that A lot of her clientels are wives who are trying to make it through their marriage because they're not happy. Woo! Not saying this is every wife,
it can happen.
Okay? But I think that most women want the wedding day, they want the ring, they want the bragging rights, they want the Instagram post. But do they really want the wife job description? Now, the wife job description, I believe in it so much, that's why I won't do it. I was engaged, and that's what before.
Wait a minute. You believe in the job description of wife so much that you won't do it. That sounds like hope. It definitely does. Because you decided to make this decision that has now put you in the position that you're in, but now you're trying to Monday morning quarterback this. I decided I respect the institution of marriage so much that I don't want to get married. Sounds like kicking the can down the road. What do y'all think?
For all this, very early in my career, I was engaged. I was in my 20s for my college sweetheart. And the one thing we decided is we would never get divorced. And I really think people should make that decision before you get married because it's like, listen, if we do this, it's me and you till we see Jesus. And there wasn't an infidelity. I realized we had different life plans. And most women usually just kind of follow the man. Nothing wrong with that, right? And at that time, it would have made sense. He was an electrical engineer. I'm a radio host making $7 an hour. I'm going to probably be fired in I would you get fired all the time in radio. I have no job security. So girl, you got this man, tall, dark, handsome, marry him, have babies, and run off to the sunset. And
so once again, she's proving men online right. Because you had your best crack at this, an electrical engineer, no less, when you were making $7 an hour. Note that. You had a chance to marry this man in your 20s. College sweetheart. What have men been saying for the longest time? I mean, I'll let you have a couple seconds to think about that, but what have men online been saying this whole time? So now, why does Kendra then take this opportunity to tell women how fabulous her life is as a single woman and all this, and I'm not thinking about marriage? That's what I'm talking about, the copium. She is making some type of alternate reality, even though she might have missed her window. Her biggest chance to be successful in this. She should have married that guy. She should have married that guy, and they would have figured it out. They would have had a life. You still been in radio, and whatever else would have happened happens. Maybe you don't have this talk show, but maybe you're a married woman in this position, and now you're giving out halfway decent advice. That would be amazing. I don't know how she justifies extracting as much wealth out of the community. Later, she talks about how so many people got married off of her show, and the numbers that she's saying are supposedly, in her mind, impressive. But when you think about the thousands of people that have called into that show over the years that she's doing it, the numbers would be a lot higher if that was the true mission of that show.
You get fired all the time in radio. I have no job security. So girl, you got this man, tall, dark, handsome, marry him, have babies, and run off to the sunset. And I couldn't make that bet because I had so much inside of me. I had to take a risk on becoming who Kendra could become. And that's 20 years ago. And as I say, I always tell my age because I want people to know my life is a journey. I'm 46 years old. If I would know that you make that deal and you decide to go for your career, and at 46, you still wouldn't be married, you still wouldn't have kids, would you make that same bet? Absolutely.
You would. Yeah.
Because
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Ladies, don't listen to this. She's definitely an outlier. She was already at a radio station. She was working her way up. This won't be a life. This is what I'm saying. It's so hard because women give such bad advice to other women. I don't know if they want to sabotage women going forth. They're jealous of younger women that might be competition at some point, but they continue to lead with this bad life advice, and it doesn't lead us anywhere productive.
Like don't judge the person. Ask yourself, what's in me that's attracting this person? And let me change that about me because I want to attract something different.
I literally said that to him on one of our shows. That's really the truth. You are what you attract. You're on a certain vibrational frequency.
So if I'm just pushing my cart in the grocery store and some little rat come up to me, that's what I am? Come on, dog. Come on, I'm in the grocery store.
No.
Rat.
Come on,
That's
man.
messed
Don't
up.
say
I'll
that.
say
I'm
this.
just chilling at the nice bar and I'm chilling in some little busted, little thirsty chick. That's who I am.
Yeah, because let me tell you why. Look at your watch. Look at your necklace.
Okay.
Your presentation is just sitting at the bar is a girl who's like, oh, I can cash out.
Let them talk long enough and they will tell you everything they're thinking. Oh my God. She literally just said that. And see, this is why I say the whole flashing, wearing the jewelry, wearing the watches, it's cool, but just know what type of women you're attracting with that.
Your watch, look at your necklace.
Okay.
Your presentation is just sitting at the bar is a girl who's like, oh, I can cash out. And this is my opportunity. Like what social media did, it's girls, it's fine girls.
I love it.
No, for real, I'm gonna give it to you real. Because there's fine girls. Because now social media got the access, right?
Yeah.
So let's say there's this fine girl in Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Not in California. And then she sees a baller with a wife. And she's like, I look better than his wife.
Ooh.
Oh, I just got to get around the right people. So now, and then also back to why you said everybody's single. Nobody's grandma no more. Listen, I got on wig, makeup, hair. My body's real and I take pride in that, okay? But people, you're getting body surgery.
Yeah.
There's Ozempic, you could buy an ass, you could take away a waist. All these people. So the average woman, she's too good for her partner because she's no longer average. So now she's like, wait a minute.
She's still average. Come on. When are we going to admit that these women out here with all these cosmetic surgeries are just hiding their insecurities? These are still the level that they were born at. They're still that underneath all of that. That's why they're having so many problems. That's why they're out here arguing. That's why they're facing so much scrutiny, and they're chasing men for the wrong reason. They're chasing men for money. They think they changed their body. They got a big ass. Oh, everybody's supposed to love me. No, you're still you underneath all that. Kendra G is still Kendra G underneath the wig and the makeup, like she's talking about.
Like you're flashing lights.
Yeah.
I get my rent paid. I get, there's women like, I cry over the broke guy. I cry over a rich guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I cry in the Rolls Royce instead of the Total Roller Royce. Like, I never went for that because my
What was that? But no, these women, this is the other thing. They're telling the truth about that. They will cry over a broke guy as much as they will a rich guy. Don't let their whole standards and what is good, what isn't, height requirements and, everything stop you. You are chasing a ghost. You're not competing with anybody. A great man once said, she don't know what she want, her pussy does.
dad is rich. I was dropped off in a Rolls Royce to school. So for me, it's like,
I
don't care. Like, I look.
She always talks about this Rolls Royce her dad got. She needs to stop that, yo. I was dropped off in a Rolls Royce. Well, we know rich girls that get down with all the gangsters, all the thugs, all the hoodlums. So that doesn't really say anything about your standards, ma'am.
A month or two, maybe?
So 60 days?
I mean, I could probably go longer than that. You understand, like, I was so locked in as a sports player that I was like, I could just block that out. I could just be, I'm gonna work out, do this. I was on a program. So I was just like, you know what, I ain't messing with no girls for like 3 months. I'm gonna lock in, go to the gym, just get my rest, go back to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to programming my mind like that. And that's why I became one of the best.
So how come you can't feel a woman could do the same?
I just feel like, damn, women are thirsty. Like,
those are the women
like, women is thirsty. Maybe it's just because of my environment.
Yes, it's your environment.
But like, what's my environment?
No, I think Paul's right. A lot of women these days are thirsty, and it doesn't matter what level of the game you're at or how much you're making at, if you're a pro athlete or not. I think men writ large know that women are thirsty for the top tier men, and that's why they say it all the time. They know that the game isn't equal. We've heard what the rappers are going through. We've seen how many baby mamas Future got. We've seen how many baby mamas young NBA young boy got. You know, just go down the list. Like, we know, everybody knows that there's two different worlds. But for that reason, I think men should actually have more control on how they deal with these women and what they really contribute to the relationships that they're in.
Environment is just like everybody else's environment. What? I'm going to the restaurant. I'm going to the grocery store. It's not even my environment.
And
it's
they
what
thirsty.
probably I'm attracting.
Yes.
And
You know
it's
what I'm
who you
saying?
are. Your environment is not the same
It
as Joe. When Joe goes to the grocery store, women are not thirsty trying to be on him. He's going to the store and he probably don't see not one woman approach him, look at him, or want him. It's a whole different.
That's not true. Hey, see, this is the thing. Like, women really think there's like a huge drop off. There's some regular dudes out here that are killers, that are getting every woman that they approach, close to every woman they approach, or they approach enough women that it really doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. The view of dating and relationships is, it should be very obvious because you see how people connect in this world. But I don't know why Azar and Kendra G, they think in such basic block terminology. That's what I see in a lot of the relationship advice that's given from women. They don't understand that. I mean, you could be nobody. As long as you open your mouth, there's an opportunity that you can get whatever woman, top to bottom, highest to lowest. And I don't think women understand that. They think everybody's out here, oh, well, if you're not flicking off in the club and you ain't got a shiny bracelet and a shiny necklace and a watch, that you're not going to get no attention. That's not true. A lot of men know their lane as well. They know exactly what type of woman they like and they know what they can get.
You're Paul Pierce, you're a celebrity, and they know that. Women automatically want you because of that.
Yeah,
no
for
matter
sure.
what. They know you have
for
money.
sure.
They know that you could be ugly. As long as you're a famous, rich man and you don't even have to be famous, you could just be rich. You got women on you if they know that. So that's different. For you, you see thirsty women. A lot of men don't have that experience at all.
He's still
they
thirsty,
don't-
though.
95% of men out, and I'm being generous, don't have that experience.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
literally-
that's not.
I mean, you're like, your world is your real world, so there's no apologies for it. But the people in your world, they don't have an average life. Most men have to work to get a woman.
Yeah. And they have to be nervous to come. But what I will say about men in that, women have to understand too, like, yes, a man, like if you're with a man like that, he may get a lot of women on them, but what type of women are they? Because that woman right there is just wants you because of who you are and what you have. This woman right here might really want you because they love you. Like, there's a difference between quality.
Nah, I think they're all thinking the same thing about nowadays. It's rare to find a woman that isn't thinking the exact same thing as the gold digger is thinking these days. And that's sad. That's a sad reality that we're in. But anyway, go check out the rest of the video on The Truth After Dark with Paul and Azar. Check out their channel, man. Great show. Kendra G, once again. So predictable at this point. But anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Faucette Media.